let's go ahead and welcome Mariana Novaez.
Yes. Okay. Pronunciation, on point.
Hey,
All right.
hey. You know
I
what?
appreciate it.
Man, Google and YouTube is a beast.
It's great. Yeah. I thought you just watched all my slates, I could have sent you one. Yeah.
But yes, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, Mariana. Wow, I guess let's go ahead and get into it. You're an actress, model, dog trainer. I saw you. Looks like you were training somebody's dog on you.
I just have a lot of dogs. It looks like I train them. It's just a little crazy dog lady. Yeah.
Yeah. Traveler. Entrepreneur. I would say as well. I mean, you work with your mother, right?
Yeah.
And what kind of business is that, or is it?
So we have a hair care business, a hair care company. We manufacture our own products. Yeah.
That's what's up. See? So, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone who you are, give us your background, and how you got started in the movie or film industry.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. I'm very excited. Like you said, I am an actress and producer too, and the film industry. I am a starting producer, but as I've had many say, you're a producer if you produce something before, which I have. So, hope to do many more. And a little background: I am originally from Brazil, born and raised in Rio.
Yes.
And moved here when I was 14, and I always wanted to be an actress since I was a little girl, even in Brazil. But coming here, different language, different, everything. It took me a little while to find classes and actually decide to pursue this career. But once I did, I was all in, and I'm very, very glad I stuck with it.
Yes. Now, I don't know if I should say this one or not, but is there a congratulations due to you? I saw a post.
Oh. Is it being engaged?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure.
What?
Because hey, relationships.
Oh yeah, right. No, if the post is still up, it usually means it's.
Yeah, but
if the post is still there,
you might have forgotten to take it down. So,
right.
No, I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
On your engagement. Yes. Many happy years. For you guys. You guys been together for a while now. I met him. He's a very nice guy.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
So who are or were some of your biggest influencers, as actors growing up, and do you see some similarities in your work?
Yes, and no, in a weird way, because I've had the cultural differences. So I've always looked up to what I call the classic actors. Meryl Streep, Viola. And I'm always like, okay, like I really that's where I want to be and where I want to get. But I think because of cultural differences, I put a wide gap between us, if that makes sense. And so I don't know what I think I was doing a class, and they said your inspirations need to be a little closer to you and who you are, your type and everything. It's helpful. And so I've started looking a lot to like America Ferrera, Gina Rodriguez, like girls that are Sofia Vergara, it may sound cliche, but they really are Latina women who have made, who have paved the way for Latinas in the industry. And so with them, I definitely see, the similarity in the culture, and then just being authentic to who they are and bringing their culture into everything they do.
Yeah.
And that's what I aspire to do, is be able to bring my culture, and who I am to every role.
Absolutely. It's funny you say that, because do you feel now that there's a big demand for Latino actresses and actors? There's obviously a lot of work on Netflix, a lot of the streaming sites I see. Do you think that door is wide open now, or is it still?
It's not wide open. I wouldn't say that. It's definitely changed. especially commercially, yeah, sorry, for sure. I would say film and TV wise, it's still, I still feel like we're still the token diversity cast member, or I think we still are very underrepresented. But again, the door is cracked.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure, the more projects that, come into fruition, it's definitely going to widen, a whole lot more. And people will start looking up to you. See, okay? Putting it out there.
Yes, I'll receive it. Amen.
That's right. I love your confidence, man. It's like, when I was looking at some of your projects, I see that there's a lot of confidence in the roles that you play. Where do you think that comes from? And do you feel the same way?
I think it's just from growing up and having to, I was raised by a single mother and having to had a very strong, female empowered, presence in my life and inspiration really. And so I think the confidence comes from that, to know that I can, and so I know how to stand my ground. That doesn't mean I'm, not nervous when I'm on set, or, especially in the beginning, like the first projects or whatever, like, doesn't mean I don't get nervous. I definitely do. But I think once I'm in the role, I think I can definitely just relate to that woman that's not afraid to like speak her mind. Everyone that knows me will tell you I speak my mind. So yes, I think I definitely that just shows in the roles. I also happen to always get cast as the officer, or like roles that already require more of that confidence.
Yes. I felt it. I mean, for those that don't know, we work together.
Yes.
And if you haven't gone to see Savage Revenge on Tubi, you can definitely see Mariana and myself in a couple of scenes together, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And so that confidence, we brought it. You know what I mean? Now you also, I would say you're like a improv specialist, right?
Oh, thank you. But
tell everyone how long you've been doing improv, how important it is, and has it helped your career?
Oh, so much. I'm a huge fan of improv. I've taken classes since I started in Florida, taking classes and just doing as many improv classes as I can. I do a lot of improv classes now with Get Taped here in Georgia, and actually looking into the other classes that are longer and stuff like that. But I think it's so important as an actor, because whether it's a lot of people just see improv as like a comedic thing, and it's not. Sometimes you gotta improv in a dramatic scene, or you just improv allows you to be free regardless of the role or the scene. It allows you to not freak out if someone forgets their line, or someone throws something at you. You're there.
Exactly.
You already know. So
yes,
actors, go to improv class.
Go to improv class, or do stage plays.
Yes.
I mean, stage plays. I have my friend that I was telling you about earlier. That's my girl, Lady Storm. Does a lot of. She used to do a whole lot of stage plays, and I was in a few of them. And I remember, just being able to improv a whole lot.
Yeah.
Right. Without thinking sometimes, because like the other person on stage just may forget their lines. And you've been rehearsing, so the scene. Mm-hmm. Just be in the moment. Yeah. Be in the moment, and just. Luckily for me, I was able to be comical. I guess I have a calling I don't know about.
You are very funny, naturally. Yes, you are.
So, but improv is a lot of fun. Some people think it's scary because they don't think they'll know what to say. But again, being in the moment is what improvisation is all
Yeah.
about.
It
Would you agree?
is scary, but it's fun. I feel like if you're not, up for the scariness of improv, or up for that challenge, then I don't know. Then improv is meant to be scary.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not a veteran improviser, or whatever they call it, but I would say I'm sure even they sometimes get some nerves and stuff. It is
Little
scary,
nerves there. Yeah.
but it's awesome.
Awesome. I mean, like I said again, just seeing you on stage doing that was like, this girl is nice. Yeah, she's nice
Thank
with
you.
it.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to think I'm witty in person, and in my daily life too. So I'm like, why not, bring that wittiness into, improv and comedy, especially.
There you go. There you go. Now, I've seen so you're doing a lot of different projects right now, but how busy are you right now? Or do you think you're pretty busy with, bookings and?
No, could be busier.
Yeah.
Full transparency. Yeah, I think, there have been a lot of commercial auditions, and, some commercial bookings, which I'm very grateful for.
Yeah.
But film and TV wise, I know everything's kind of picking up very slowly, and I think they're casting very specific types. I myself haven't seen too many, auditions, but I'm staying focused, like you said about yourself, staying focused. I've been writing this show with two other friends of mine.
Okay.
And it's so doing anything we can to stay just creative, even though we're not necessarily booking.
I found myself doing some writing myself. Trying to do a series. Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully, get that done. I started last year. I'm thinking about maybe just, either pitching it, and then, hopefully other writers will be able to come and join and help me write.
And then shoot the pilot, or?
Haven't shot the pilot yet, but I'm thinking of hopefully I can do it next year.
Yeah. So there's still time to cast me and stuff.
Absolutely. I need a Latino actor for sure.
Awesome. Deal. You guys are witnesses. It's I've been cast.
Hey.
Right. There you go.
Hey, here we go. Let's do it.
All right.
Now I know you get like I said, we talked about the Latino roles, but how often do you have to speak, your language in a lot of these films, or do you see it?
So, not as often. So, because I'm from Brazil, I was actually talking about this today with some friends. Because I'm from Brazil, we get even less representation, because most people, when they think Latinas, they think, Spanish speakers, right? Even though Brazil is the biggest country in Latin America, and I think that is changing a little bit. Camila Mendes just came out with an awesome movie about Brazilian Americans on Prime. You guys should go watch. It's called Música, which is music in Portuguese. But I think that's, to answer your question, not a lot. A lot of times I have to speak Spanish, which thankfully, and I love to speak Spanish. I love Spanish. So thankfully, I get to do that and speak Spanish. But anytime I can, if especially if it's like an indie, and the characters, if her being Latina doesn't really, the country doesn't really matter, they just want a Latina, then I'm like, can she be Brazilian? Can I speak Portuguese? And then it makes me happy when I can actually speak Portuguese. So
is it like a comfort zone for you?
Oh yeah. And I mean, it brings out a different side of me for sure. And just,
I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah. Now, like we talked about earlier, you do a lot of traveling, right? Give me some of the top 5 places you've traveled to, and was there anything culturally that you brought back with you that maybe has helped you in your career?
All right, the first one has to be Rio. I mean, I didn't, you know, I travel there all the time to visit family, but and I'm biased. But seriously, it's
Yeah,
one of the most
beautiful. I
beautiful
haven't been yet.
places.
I want to go.
Yes, I know I'm very biased, but it's beautiful. And I think culturally, you know, you just see, I think in Brazil, like, you know, there's beauty in the little, right? It's not, and just people are happy with, you know, the small things. And we're not, you know, I think you learn to be happy
Yeah.
with what actually matters, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. That doesn't
Yeah.
sound too cheesy.
Nope.
And we're very friendly people. Then next has got to be Dubai. I love that place. I said, you know, if I didn't want to be an actress, I'd probably live in Dubai. Like, I think Dubai is so awesome.
You know what? Do they really have hotels underwater?
Right now, or you mean what's going on right now? Because yeah, they're underwater.
No, I mean not in a bad way. I mean like
Oh, like in a good.
that's
Oh,
like
okay.
underwater, like a.
Because right now they're going through like a terrible like raining season, which they weren't prepared for because it doesn't rain there like that.
Yeah.
And it's like terrible. Like stuff is underwater. It's
Flooding.
just
Oh wow.
bad.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if they have a hotel underwater. It sounds very plausible. Like Dubai does everything, you know, extra.
Yeah.
And so
I was searching, you know, Dubai, and I was like looking at some of the, you know, 4 or 5 star hotels, and I was like, came upon one. I was like, man, this room is actually in the ocean.
Yeah.
The bedroom was in the ocean. I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I could do that, but especially now with all that flooding. Now,
yeah.
Might be.
I mean, yeah, no, that was not the time, right? Yeah, it's bad over there at the moment. But
what roles do you prefer to play? Now, I know you get the officer roles, and obviously you probably get like the girlfriend roles.
Mm-hmm.
What roles do you prefer to play?
I do like officer, cop, detective stuff. I like that a lot. But I would say like, yeah, it's like my comfortable, you know, my comfort zone almost. I love playing comedic roles. I think I'm very funny.
You are funny.
You're right. Thank you. No, seriously. I think I don't know. I can be. I love playing comedic roles, and I don't get to play them as often. Because of I always say I think it's the eyebrows. You know, they make me look too serious. But I would say yeah, any kind of comedy that, you know, where I can just not like take myself so seriously.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely have, you know, the look to play, obviously, but you know, the girlfriend, the wife, I would say the police officer, the attorney, you know, or the ditz girl. You know, you could probably play the ditz girl. You know?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's comical, so yeah,
Yeah,
you definitely could do that. Tell me about the project Bad Rugs and how that came about. Right now, I saw, you know, that's your most recent project you're working on.
Yeah. So Bad Rugs was a short film I produced with a friend of mine. He wrote it, we produced it, and starred in it. And it was pretty much the, you know, like the thing of like, let's write something. We're not being cast as this, so let's create our own opportunity. That kind of thing.
Yes.
And I've heard it a million times, but I just hadn't done it yet. And it was awesome. Yeah, it was really a, you know, it was some stress that comes with producing and having to act and, you know, be, you know, 2 roles on set. But I loved it. I loved producing, and of course I loved playing that role. You know, it's a mockumentary, and I love The Office, so it's kind of like The Office and Modern Family all in one.
Yeah.
It's actually, we put it on YouTube now, so if you want to check it out, the link in my bio has the YouTube link.
Okay.
And it's just, you know, a fun watch.
I'll share that when I post this video as well.
Thank
that
you.
link. You said something. I don't know if people missed it or not. Those that are with us, create your own opportunity. Man, that is so important. While we're sitting around wondering why, well, some of us, if we're wondering why we're not booking, wondering if we did good enough, why did this person, whatever it is in your mind, scratch all that. How they used to say, 86 set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And create your own opportunities. Start writing, right?
Yeah.
Start, like me, I'm doing podcasts. I am writing, still in my craft. You know what I mean? I'm getting back into my music.
Okay. Yeah.
So, for those out there who might be feeling, low because of whatever reasons you're not, haven't booked anything, just find another avenue.
Yeah.
My instructor in schools told me to see a larger world. Always see a larger world, because nothing is promised. It's like tomorrow. You gotta try to make sure you do all you can, or come up with however many ideas you can when you open your eyes.
Yeah. And I think we have so many examples nowadays of, lately in the past years, of people that just made, these huge, what's the word? Started huge projects like Issa Rae, right? And I think she's one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to creating your own opportunity. She did that. She did that. And, and I think even there's a new show on Netflix now, Baby Reindeer. And that's the same story. He did his own one man show. That's his story, one guy. And then he has a show on Netflix now based on his one man show, his own true story. So I think, again, now it's the time to do it. Get with your friends, your other, creative friends, and collaborate and create your own stuff, however that may be.
Absolutely. Tanya said, dream big and press on. That's right. Give it up for Tanya, y'all.
Yes.
Now, if you guys have any questions, then drop them in the comments. Like I was saying earlier, I could maybe try to get to 2 or 3 of them. But I got a fun. I call this my fun time. All right.
Okay.
And if you get this right, Mariana, get a T-shirt.
Oh wow! All right.
You're gonna get a T-shirt with that nice symbol on it right there, ActorHolic.
ActorHolic T-shirt. I'm here for it.
Yeah. All right. So this is a trivia game, right?
Ooh.
And it's just one question. So the question is, or rather, it's a question. This actor was invited into her home, even though he had a criminal background. Who was this actor?
This actor was invited into her home?
Yeah, I don't want to say who that is, but let's just forget it. I'll give you the name of the actress.
Yeah.
Invited him in her home. As a hint, first time doing it. Okay. So, Selma Hayek invited this actor into her home, even though he had a criminal background.
Oh, assuming that's from a movie.
I'm counting while I'm doing this.
Is it? It's not. I feel like I'll butcher this. Is it Antonio Banderas? No.
Close. You're in the right lane.
I am.
You got 15 seconds.
Ooh.
Let's see what.
Oh man, it's just I don't.
5, 4.
And I can't even read the comments, so someone can help me, and cheat.
2, 1. All right. So
who?
This actor was Danny Trejo.
Oh yeah, Danny Trejo. I mean, yeah.
That's what I was saying. He was right there. I was like, ooh, he was in
what
that
was
movie.
the movie?
Don't give me.
Antonio
Banderas. Antonio was in it. Selma Hayek was in it. And Danny.
I just can't think of the name, but
he was walking around. He was walking around with that guitar.
Yeah.
I should have. Maybe I should have given that one as a hint too. But don't worry, my first one, you're still getting the T-shirt.
Oh, look at
that!
Thank you.
So yeah, just send me your sizes.
Thank you.
But all right, so getting near that time. So from your experience, what advice could you leave behind that will help those that are listening?
Other than create your own opportunity, don't compare your journey and your career really to anyone else, right? I think that's been my biggest lesson this year and this past year with the strike, and just, oh my God, friends that are auditioning, or why am I not auditioning, and stuff like that. Just don't compare yourself. You don't even know what's going on. You don't know how long they've been in a relationship with their agent, and none of that. And just focus on yourself. Focus on making sure you're at your best, and what's yours is yours.
That is, I mean, that's real. I mean, people who are quick to look at your career, and Miss Marie, I'm going to get to your question, by the way. I see. But people are so quick to see your glory and not know your story, right? Mm-hmm. They see like, man, this person is booking left and right, or okay, then they say to themselves, yeah, I want to do that. I'm gonna go out and just book left and right. Don't have any no training, no experience, and I get it, believe in yourself. That's a good start. Believe that you are capable of booking like that. Don't get me wrong. But for a lot of us out there, it doesn't happen that way. So when you come into this thing, you got to know that you got to have some patience. And like Mariana said, you can't be concerned about everyone else. Just do you, be you. Don't try to be like anybody else, right? All right, so let's get to this question. So Miss Marie Steins asked, or she stated first, there were a few different names listed as producers and executive producers in Bad Rugs. Can you share how each person contributed to making the film possible?
Oh, nice. So I would have to pull it up because I don't know my memory by heart. All of the producers, and that's because Rashawn and I executive produced it, right? We were the ones that put most of the money, and just produced everything in general. But there were people that helped, like my mom actually, helped me with the catering, right? So she got a producer role, so that was the catering budget, and all that was my mom. And then some people donated. We did it wasn't a GoFundMe, but it was something where people donated, friends and family that wanted to donated, and obviously we give them producer credit.
It's always good to get donations, right?
Yeah. I still get a little weird with, asking for money for projects. Something, I guess it's, I understand why we do it, and as actors, and I know that friends, wouldn't mind giving me $20 and helping me. I still get weird about it, but it's something I'm working on.
Hey, man.
But yeah.
Don't turn down your blessings.
Right. Exactly. So those are the producers. So next one, since I have a feeling, she's trying to be a producer in the next one.
Hey.
I'll hit you up.
You hear that? You hear that, Marie?
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. Network, and this is one of the reasons why I did this too. We can definitely create a networking atmosphere. So I'm glad about that. Well, Mariana, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Coming on the show and blessing us with your experience and information. Guys, please, if you haven't already, liked, followed my page, ActorHolic's Pod. If you like what I'm doing, hey, shoot me a message, shoot me a comment, and also don't forget to join and follow on YouTube as well.
Thank you so much for having me. This was very fun. So thank you.
Hey, you have a great rest of your day. And
you too.
Hopefully in another few years, I'll bring you back on here as a A-listed actor.
There you go. Yep. Yeah. Just another level. We're elevating.
That's right. All right. Take care.
Bye.